Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis. It is October 29th. Zur is in the tower, in the hangar, so let's see what he's got. Alright, for your exotics, you've got Vigilance Wing. It is basically just a workhorse pulse rifle. It shoots a 5-round burst. It's got pretty solid range. When an enemy nearby ally is killed, gain health regeneration and increase movement speed. So honestly, if you're messing around with trials, with PvP or anything along those lines, it is just a really solid pulse rifle. It's in a good spot for PvP. If for some reason you don't have this, grab it for sure, and then if you have it but haven't used it in a while, pull it back out of the vault, use it in PvP. It's actually pretty good. So this is just an easy pickup if you don't have it. Shards of Galanor hits and kills with your Blade Barrage will return super energy after the super ends. Kill enough things, you'll probably get about 50% energy back, and look at these stats. You got 13 in mobility, 16 in recovery, 14 in discipline, 14 in intellect, 3 in resilience, which no hunter cares about, and 2 in strength, which you're probably fine with. So guess what? Shards of Galanor, even though it's a 62, this is an amazing roll. You could probably have it better, but your distribution is not going to get better. So if you're a hunter, you ever like throwing Blade Barrage, buy this thing. Stats, the distribution is pretty much as good as you could ask for. Only thing you'd ask for is just more total stats, but overall, not much is wasted. Very efficient use of stats. Buy it. Antaeus wards used to be cooler, kind of got a bit of a nerf. You have improved slide. Sliding after sprinting for a short time will reflect incoming projectiles. Apparently, you can also reflect supers. I've seen people reflect ice tornadoes from hunters. The only problem with this, it does have 19 resilience, which is a good thing for a Titan. You don't need a ton of it, but it's some. But you have 3 in recovery, you have 2 in intellect, and you have 20 in strength. And while the strength is probably fine, you've got some ability. 3 in recovery, 2 in intellect. Those are terrible. Everybody wants those to be at least probably 10 because most people want those 2. You want your super faster, you want your health to come back faster. While Titans can use resilience, not to this level. And it's only a 59 as well. So if you don't have these, you could technically check the box. You may as well buy it. And then, you could probably buy it and delete it just to say that you've had it before. But either way, not a good roll, and unfortunately, very small use that this exotic has benefits for, which would be PvP, and with 3 recovery, not something you want to wear in PvP. Third one here is Karnstein Armlets. You've got Vampire's Keres. Melee kills instantly restore a large amount of health and continue to restore health afterwards. So you get a chunk of health back when you get a melee kill, but then it continues to heal you after that for a certain period of time. So like, if you're trading blows with somebody, you're going to keep that healing going. Keeps you alive a lot longer. Now, granted, this is a melee-based exotic. Now, it's not melee-specific, like charged melee abilities. It doesn't say, like, any punch will do, but it's 2 strength. Now, you got 9 intellect, okay. 17 for Warlocks, not bad, because grenades are there. You got 10 intellect, 10 resilience is kind of wasted, 12 mobility, meh. It's okay if you do punch a lot as a Warlock, which is more of a Titan thing, but you can still have some punches to go. Sure, you could mess around with this one. Just because the functionality of the punch for health is a good thing if you can get the kill. Unfortunately, stat distribution, not the best. And then if the resilience if the resilience and strength were switched, I'd say, hey, even if it's 60, check it out. But the resilience is pretty wasted for a Warlock. And then you've also got only 2 strength on a melee-based thing. Definitely could be better. High in discipline, not the greatest in recovery and intellect. I'd like to see this one changed around. And 60 is not the highest either. This is not like a must-buy. You can experiment with it, see if you like it, then maybe grind for a better one. If you've never seen it, add it to your collection. But overall, nothing to write home about. Hunters win the exotics today. All right, for your legendary weapons, we've got True Prophecy for hand cannon. Now, this is not one that you can come across very often, just because of like the drop rates from it. It's from Season of the Worthy. I don't even know if it's really in like the world loot pool. It may barely still be there, but it's hard to come by. So if nothing else, if you want a decent 120, it's got opening shots. You got improved accuracy and range. You got demolitionist, get your grenades. You've got appended mag or extended mag, which this could be better for sure. But you've also got True Sight, which is one of the 2 usually pretty good hand cannon sights. Overall, decent hand cannon, and with opening shot and True Sight, it's pretty good. Reload speed here is kind of a wasted perk, could be something else. But again, if you like 120s or you don't really have a 120 and want to see how they feel, these don't come up that often. The fact that you can just buy one, at least get it, check it out. It's pretty cheap. All right, we've also got the 7 Seraph. This is on the other side of hand cannons. This is a 180. I'm not a big fan of 180s because to me, they don't feel great. I know other people do really enjoy them though, so that's totally your call. High impact reserves on a hand cannon is not bad though. Rounds at the end of the magazine deal more damage, and you literally have that every time. Not a bad thing. 4 times the charm also works in more of a PvE setting if you're using this for like Warmind cell builds. Accurized rounds for a bonus to range if you're using it in PvP. Flared magwell for a little stability and reload speed in PvE. You got stability, you've got range, reload speed. Not a bad roll. If you've wanted to mess around with the 180, got Warmind Cell build, kinetic hand cannon, this is an okay loadout. There's probably better, but this is kind of a split between PvE and PvP. But overall, it's not bad if you want to kind of mess around with the hand cannon, Warmind Cell build, and see if this 180 feels good to you. 7 Seraph, also another Warmind Cell weapon. You've got Dragonfly here on your submachine gun. 4th time's the charm if you're getting those precision kills. Tactical mag, always a nice combination to get a little stability, a little magazine size, and a little reload speed. You've got more stability down here, but you're giving up range. Probably keep it right here. Arrowhead break or fluted barrel. Honestly, fluted barrel's kind of doing pretty well. This one's just going to give you recoil, which is not a stat you'll see over there. A little bit of reload speed. Again, not the best stat, but not the worst. Not a bad roll on this one with Dragonfly for explosions. Then you can make a Warmind Cell. You've also got 4 times the charm again if you're getting precision hits. The precision hits pair well with this one, so if you are getting those precision hits or kills, explosions and more bullets, overall not a shabby combination for a 7 Seraph at all. Definitely if you don't have like a decent one of these, consider this one for sure. Wishbringer. I'm not the shotgun expert, won't claim to be. Threat detector, reload stability, and handling when enemies are close. A shotgun, you're probably going to be close. Moving target, if you're trying to get, while aim down sights with a shotgun. Not a lot of people aim down sights with shotgun, but if you're trying to get a little extra range out of that one, a little movement speed and target acquisition, if you're trying to get like a crit, this would be more beneficial on something like a slug shotgun, less so on a pellet shotgun, especially this rapid fire. You do have stability, but you're giving up range for it, so extended mag, these are kind of meh for the moment. Barreled Shroud, little stability and handling, little stability and range isn't banned at a Rage Masterwork. It is going to be rapid fire, so you can get a couple shots off quicker. Moving target on a pellet shotgun, not going to be the greatest, I don't think, unless somebody can correct me in the comments. Threat detector is not bad because you're going to be close, but I think overall this is kind of just an okay shotgun, nothing great. Long Shadow, we do have moving target. Now, this is good on a sniper rifle if you got to move and still hit that headshot. Field prep, if you're able to do that whole crouching thing more often. Faster reload stow and ready when you're crouching, so kind of just improves the handling. Ammo reserves, good if you're taking a sniper into PvP, or PvE, I should say. You get increased stability and decreased range, kind of a toss-up, or just fast reload speed when it's empty. You've got a long zoom scope and a short zoom scope, which is a good thing for handling boost if you want it, and you can make up some of the range with the Masterwork as well. Not a bad sniper rifle, decent mix here, moving target, short zoom scope, range Masterwork. Those are all reasonable, little boost when you're crouched. Not a bad little setup here on a sniper rifle. If you need a kinetic, PvE, PvP, you got some options with this one. There are 2 perks you generally look for in a sword before you look for mostly anything else. Whirlwind Blade and Relentless Strikes. If those aren't there, you may as well move on. And this one, while it does have Swordsman Guard, and you've even got Jagged Edge on it, you're missing the main 2 important ones, so meh. Finally here, we've got Surplus and Unrelenting. Unrelenting, rapidly defeating targets will get you health regeneration, which doesn't seem to give you a bunch as I was testing that. Surplus, increased handling, reload, and stability for each fully charged ability. You've got increased range, or slight increased range and stability, so Ricochet is always a solid choice for me. Full bore is going to give you even more range with a give of stability, a little less handling, but you can make up some of the handling right here. It's an arc pulse rifle, though, and there are not a ton of those, so if you don't have an arc pulse rifle, at least put it in your vault, because you never know what the meta is going to be. Right now we have pulses for a few options, but again, the meta can shift each season, each expansion. You're going to have new stuff, so at least put one of these in your vault. You never know. And finally, we're going to take a look at the armor. The armor this week for the Titans, 60 with 20 resilience, 12 intellect, 17 strength, 7 in recovery. I've seen worse, but not great. 58, meh. 62, that's not bad. A little high in resilience and discipline. If you're leaning into that side of a build, that's not bad, but 6 in recovery, would like that to be a little higher. 61 in boots with 8 recovery, 9 resilience, 15 intellect, 15 strength. Got a little intellect and strength weirdness going on here. Not bad, but nothing to really write home about. 61's not the worst stat roll I've ever seen on a pair of boots, but just an odd distribution for me. All right, for the Warlocks, we've got a 61 with low recovery. Can probably literally move on from that one already. Got a 60. Whoa. Now that alone, 23 in recovery, 20 in intellect, little strength, little discipline, little resilience. Probably would like a little more ability than resilience, but 23 and 20 in recovery and intellect, that is solid. Like, do not skip this one. Buy it, put it in your vault. That's a piece of armor that you can use, for sure. 59 on the helmet, not so much. Boots at 60. Dude, this almost might be better. It's a little less stats. This is where I say, like, sometimes the distribution can matter. This is 64, and the spikes are really high in a good place. This is very good, though. 18 and 18, you masterwork it. Both of those are 20. 13 in discipline, a little bit of mobility, nothing wasted on resilience, not a lot of strength. Man, like your legs and your chest this week, buy those, use them. Those are solid. Both of them are very good. All right, for the hunters, we've got a, wow, okay, you got 24 mobility, good hunter stat, also 20 in discipline. If you're digging grenades, that's not a horrible setup there with a little in recovery and intellect, pretty good. 59 in the chest, not really. 64, again, high mobility, high discipline, low intellect, a little bit of recovery, a little resilience, not the best, but again, if you're going for like a mobility discipline grenade build, for example, that's pretty good for a hunter. 60, that's totally fine. So yeah, for the exotics, you've got Vigilance Wing. If you don't have it, buy it. Shards of Galanor for hunters, buy this, please. And then for warlocks, you guys got a couple great pieces of armor. As to wrap this thing up, if you guys did miss the Last Word podcast last night, please check it out tomorrow. It will be up on my channel. It's also up on basically every audio platform. We had Protheon, awesome dude in the Destiny community. And then for me, if you guys want to find me on Twitter, it is at Ebontis. For streaming, it can be twitch.tv/Ebontis or right here on YouTube. So if you did enjoy the video, drop a like below, leave a comment if I did miss something here that you want to shout out as being a good thing. If you want to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert bell, that'll help my videos make it to you. And if you want to support me directly, you can join the channel as a member, get emotes when I'm streaming, stuff like that. And also over on Patreon, you can support me there too. Thank you all. I'll see you soon.